The time has come. It is time for you to change your life. It is time for you to start living a life for you. Stop worrying about what people think. Stop allowing your situation and where you are in your life to dictate the rest of it. So, if you want to change your life, you have to understand that you are in control. You have much more control than you think, but you have to own that. But most importantly, you need to start off with figuring out what it is that you want. At this point, I think we all have experienced many things that we don't want. Certain types of relationships, certain types of people, certain types of jobs, school, certain types of events, just a certain style of life. So, a good starting point to finding out what it is that you want is seeing what it is that you don't want. And I feel like when you start to look inside of yourself, when you start to look within yourself and really study yourself, the things that you want are right there plain in sight. I think most of us get too caught up on the career aspect of it. We think our passions are our careers and our careers are our passions. That's not true. They can intertwine, but things are a little bit different. But bottom line, if you want to change your life, if you want to transform your life, if you want to live a more fulfilling life, figure out what it is that you do, and you got to prioritize that. In order to get somewhere, you must have a system. If you want to be a basketball player, there's a system that goes into that. If you want to be a YouTuber, there's a system that goes into that. If you want to be an um, oil pastel artist, there's things that go into that. So you have to find this system and you have to prioritize those things. Every decision that you make should be you prioritizing what it is you want. So if you want to be a painter, you shouldn't be practicing how to build cars. Now maybe that goes into a part of what you want, but it's all about following this system that's going to get you closer to your goals every day. Every decision you make, you have to think with your system in the back of your mind. So let's say you was on a diet and you wanted to lose X amount of pounds and you wanted to avoid sugar, but you walk into a convenience store and you went to pick up one of the things with the most sugar. Your mind should be like, aren't we on a diet and we trying to avoid sugar? I know it's good to, do things in moderation, blah, 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 but this is going to set me back. I don't need to do this. So if buying shoes and buying designer clothes and chasing after people and clubbing and just cheating yourself, if all these things are pulling you away from what you want, then you have to have the power, you have to have the understanding of what's going on to be able to pull yourself out of those things and sacrifice your desires and be disciplined. Because it's our desires and that cheap dopamine and the letting up and just being comfortable. Those are the things that keep us in the same place, but you have to sacrifice something. You got to do things that you don't want to do. In order to get where I wanted to go, I had to work at grocery stores and I was a dishwasher and I did a lot of things that I didn't want to do. But I did those things because I knew they were temporary. My career was never, a dishwasher. It was never my career I never made a career as a grocery associate. That wasn't what I was doing. I spent that time there and I learned things and I got money to invest in myself. That was my purpose there. Now, sometimes during that journey, maybe I got lost, but my purpose remained the same. I was there for the same reason to get resources to invest in myself. And a lot of people want things, but they're not willing to sacrifice things because it's like, well, I want to be a YouTuber. What I'm doing working at McDonald's, getting money to invest in yourself. Let's say it took $10,000 to buy your dream, right? But the trick was you had to work a job you hated. And 99.9% of people quit those jobs because they couldn't handle it. But you stayed there at that job you hated. And after 2 years, you reached $10,000 and you was able to buy your dream life. Well, that's literally how it works. Maybe it doesn't take money, maybe it doesn't take something, but it all takes time, energy, and effort. There has to be some type of exchange, some type of transaction, but you have to be willing to uphold your end of the bargain. Because if you go through this life and you cheat yourself and you never show life that you're worthy of having what you want, life is not going to grant you anything. It's just like if you walk around in life and you mistreat people all the time. You think the world's going to be nice to you? It's not happening. Energy flows. What you put out into this world, what you put into your dreams, that's what you get out of it. Why would you expect to get 100% of rewards from a dream that you put 5% effort into? Why would you? And then we like to blame everybody else for our position, but it's our decisions that led us here. Now, we all, some of us are born into certain situations. Some of us have certain issues in our life, but your decisions day by day keep you in that situation some way, somehow. You got to stop looking at what everybody else is doing and see where you're responsible for your own suffering, where you are responsible in your own life, in your own situation. And that's when you make changes, because you can't control everybody. You can't control the way people think. You can't control what people do. You can't control the way people are. But what you can control is what you do, the way you think, and how you carry yourself. And those things really do change your life. But the only way they start to really change is when you are consistent. Because, like I just mentioned before, in my journey to success and the things that I wanted to do, I used to always compare myself to people. Oh, he doesn't have the skill to do this, but he has millions of followers, and I'm putting all this effort, and I have all this skill and talent, but I don't see the payoff. How is this possible? They got people on here who get half naked and they get 10 million views, but you got people out here with talent. That was the mindset I was thinking from. And while some of those things are true, it's a victim mentality you speaking from. You got time to worry about somebody else and what they got going on and how life is unfair, but you're not putting in the work. And when I looked at all these people that I was essentially jealous of, or when I kept comparing myself to all these people and I wanted to be in their place, or I wanted some of their success, I wanted a piece of what they had, the variable stayed the same. While they kept working, while they kept being consistent, I was complaining. I was blaming the algorithm. I was blaming this. I was blaming that. And I wasn't putting in work. And every time I failed in life, it came from me not being consistent. But the moment I tied myself down on that ship and I sailed and I kept going and I kept going and I kept going and I kept going, even when we had a few holes and a few leaks coming to the ship, I get down there, I fix them, and I get back up there and I keep going. That's when things started happening for me. And then when I would slow down, guess what would happen? The ship would start to sink. And then I would speed back up and things would go well again. But it was all because I was consistent. You are disciplined and consistent to bad habits. You are disciplined and consistent to a life that you don't live. Why do you think it keeps going? You have the power to do these things, but you have to change your identity. You have to change your focus. You are disciplined to watch a Netflix series. You are disciplined to lying to yourself. You are disciplined to staying on your phone and sleeping late and not waking up early in the morning, just laying around all day. You disciplined to those things. You are consistent in that lifestyle. You are consistent in that identity. But if you want different results in life, you have to make different decisions, because where you are is based off the consistency of your decisions. That's all it is. You have to find out what you want, build that system, prioritize it, be consistent, and form an identity around what it is that you want. Nobody else can do it for you. The guitar is not going to do it for me. The window not going to do it for me. The camera not going to do it for me. My shoes not going to do it for me. It's just not going to happen. You got to do it at your own pace. And you have to stop being your own enemy. That is the thing that is, like I said, man, that is the greatest battle we ever going to fight. Is being our own enemy. You keep making decisions that keep setting you back. You keep quitting. You keep lying to yourself. You keep cheating yourself. You focus on your goals for 3 days and then you quit. Why? It's not comfortable. It's not fun. I'm here to tell you, it doesn't get any easier. You just get stronger and you get smarter, and you realize that the pain you have to go through now, the suffering you go through now, is a way better trade-off, because one day you're going to look back and you're going to be able to rejoice. You're going to be able to reminisce. You enjoy the journey now and you reap the rewards at the end. Too many of us get caught up wanting the rewards now, and every day we don't have those rewards, our mind is just, yep, failure day 1, failure day 2, failure day 3. That's why you quit then. It don't feel good. It don't feel good. You have to change your mind. You make your mind work against you. That's what you do. But you have to make your mind work with you, become your friend. Now, it's always going to have the capability to destroy you. But either you master your mind or your mind will master you. You pick and choose. You are much more powerful than you think. A little quote I love. The outer night that covers me black as a pitch from pole to pole. I thank whatever God there may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not cried aloud. Under the bloodings of fate, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the shadows of the shade. Yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me, unafraid. Matter not how strait the gate, or how punishment charged the scroll, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. So my friend, this is your life. You gotta live it the way you want to. Because when it's all over, it doesn't end for anybody but you. You are much more powerful than you think. You can achieve anything you put your mind to. But the thing is, it starts with you. Nobody else. People can help you. People can boost you. People can do all these things for you. But if you do nothing for you, nothing is going to change. Change starts here because this is where we are first. This physical world, this flesh, all these things, it matters. But it's the second world. Your soul possesses this vessel. Your soul possesses this entire world. So you have to dig deep inside of you and figure out what it is you want and how to get it. And to the day you die, you never quit. You never give up. Because if you're trying, you're not failing. You only become a failure when you stop trying. And that means it is impossible to fail if you keep trying. Nothing is impossible. Impossible literally reads, I'm possible. So everything is possible. You just got to put your mind to it. Use delusion to your own favor. You know, we get delusional and say all types of mean and cruel and nasty things to ourselves. Get to doubting ourselves and, thinking people that love us don't really love us and thinking things that are for us are not really for us. Yeah, that's all delusion. How about spin it and use that delusion to cast a new light on yourself? You're going to seem cringy. You're going to seem crazy. But then people are going to take notice of what's going on. Then you're going to seem lucky. After a while, you're going to seem real smart, like you know something. Then all those people who called you cringy and all those people who called you crazy, they're going to wonder how it is that you do what you do. And you can achieve it. And you will. But you have to believe. From this day on, I want you to take control of your life, and I want you to remember who you are. You have not forgotten yourself. And if you feel like you did, this is your last day feeling like that. Because you have a mission to fulfill. And don't let that put too much pressure on you. It's about you. It's not about this world. This world is a reflection of you. So if you fix yourself, this world will be fixed. And the things that you can't fix in this world, don't worry about them. They will eventually fix themselves. That is not our battle. That is not our fight. We have something inside of here that we have to conquer first. And then we can go help people. And then we can go solve problems. But make sure you fill your cup before you fill somebody else's. Because if I know you like I know me, I bet you're pretty tired right now. But we got to end that. My friend, take control of your life. If you think life sucks right now, just do it. I promise you. If you made it this far, I challenge you to try to change your life for 60 days, starting today. You can check back in on this post. You can do whatever you need to do. But for 60 days straight, I want you to do whatever it takes to change your life. And if absolutely nothing changes or absolutely nothing gets better after those 60 days, come back here and I'll solve it. I don't have all the answers. If none of this helps you, then I will find another way. I can't see you burn. I'm not going to let you. So, I love you. Take care of yourself. And it's time to get busy. I'll see you in 60 days.